Hey everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video. Now this video I've been wanting to make for a while now, and so I hope you enjoy it because I'm going to share my thoughts for you about how Veve has completely set you up for success and me and everybody else, but you got to be willing to take it. You got to be willing to follow along and actually, succeed, right? So that's kind of like the thing here, right, everybody? So I'm going to get into it in just a second. I think it might blow your mind a bit, so you're going to have to let me know what you think in the comment section below because I'm going to break some stuff down right here that I've been really looking forward to do. Anyway, if you do like this video, please hit like. That would be great. And you can also subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos like this. I'd love to have you back in more videos. And also join as a member. We got our Drophead NFT program. I'm doing some big rewards for the holders of Drophead, so you can check that out on our Discord server for sure. But also follow me on Twitter because the link's in the description of this video, and I will follow you back and we can continue the conversation there. But make sure you comment down below because that's where I really want to see what you're thinking about what I'm about to tell you right here. So anyway, let's get into it. So you are set up for success by Veve. They have been setting everybody up. It is absolutely amazing what they've been doing, everybody. They know exactly what they're doing. Veve, these guys are smart. The people that are working over there, I'm going to break it down of what they've been doing the last couple of months to make it impossible almost for a dip during a MTL week, make it impossible to even have an MTL week, and also, make it impossible for the market to tank. They've actually set this up perfectly and how they've been controlling the whole thing, right? So will you benefit is the big thing I'm going to ask at the end of this video. So I'm going to break it down a summary at the end of the video too. So stick around because I want to know what you think once I put it all together, right? Let's check this out right here. Now, if we got to go back in time a little bit and we got to remember what was going on, right? So people were wondering why stuff has been dipping in the market over the last bunch of months. Well, it's very clear why things were dipping, okay? We had a whole bot crazy situation, so Veve had to handle that, and they did a great job getting rid of the transfers and everything like that. But what Veve did strategically is really important here, everybody. They were looking ahead to when MTL was going to be coming, and they had it already planned. They're already working on it, and all that kind of stuff. And what the big worry is, if you're Veve, is that there would be a massive cash out and a massive exodus, where people would then leave the app or a whole pile of gems would leave in one moment. If they released MTL to everybody, specifically on a certain day or week. And that's what we were talking about forever, is this sort of MTL week, big, huge dips and all that stuff, because we were thinking that this is the way it was going to happen. But Veve jumped way ahead of this, okay? They noticed that people were starting to sell their gems off app, right? And what happens when people do that, okay? Well, Veve allowed this to happen, right? So people were selling their gems because people wanted to cash out, but there was no way to cash out. So they started to do it off app by selling their gems for cheaper, right? So what happens when this happens? This drove prices of all the collectibles in the app down. We came from all-time highs, and then stuff started to slowly go down as people started to sell it and realize that you could sell your gems off app for cheap, right? So Veve allowed this behavior to happen, and that's totally cool. They looked ahead because this is what was going on. People have been cashing out for months now already without having some big MTL week, right? So by Veve allowing this to happen, they allowed people who wanted to take profits, who wanted to take gems out and all that, they allowed them to do it, all right, without actually having MTL in place. So this then, like I said, started to drive the prices of all of our collectibles down because people were selling. And then people who were buying those gems off app for cheap, we're turning around and going into the market and buying stuff up as well, right? And also hoarding gems as well. So the whole market started to slowly dip as this whole couple of months happened. This is why we had our dips. Not necessarily because of all the, market talk and recession talk and stuff like that. It's literally because people were able to cash out this whole time. So what does that mean, okay? What does that mean? Why did Veve allow this? This is the most important thing because they could have shut this down at any time. They could have really hammered hard. I know they hammered hard on bot accounts and some people got their accounts restricted for things, but for selling gems off app, no, they allowed this. Now, why did they do that? Okay, what is the benefit of that? So this is the reason right here, everybody. Veve has been controlling their cash out All right. They've been thinking ahead. They're super smart. They're smarter than me, right? They're probably smarter than you. I mean, no offense, right? I mean, these guys know what they're doing. They were controlling the cash out. So what does that mean? That means that they were allowing the off-app gem sales to slowly trickle all of the people that wanted to get gems out of the app, get money out of the app. They were allowing them to do it off app before they actually launched their big MTL. And what happens when they launch their big MTL, is that people are going to be able to cash out then too. But because of this last bunch of months of people already doing it, they're not going to get a giant major exodus of the ton of people leaving the app, or a whole bunch of people in 1 week all cashing out at the same time. Veve knows this. They looked ahead and they said, let's let this happen so we can then diminish the amount of people that are actually cashing out at one moment. So there's no dip coming. There's no MTL week coming, everybody, because this is the other point I'm going to make right here for you. Because they've been allowing, people to cash out for cheap already, and because MTL is not going to be given to every single person at one moment, we are not going to get a big crash dip. It is impossible to happen. And the reason is because it's going to be a slow trickle. The slow trickle thing they've been allowing to happen. First, they allowed you to do it on your own. And once you get your KYC, which people are getting it, and MTL, they're not going to give it to everybody on one day. It's going to be staggered. So those people who do still want to cash out when they get their chance, on the app, they're going to do it, but it's not going to be everybody, so it can't crash the entire market. It is a perfect strategy that Veve's been doing to slowly roll it out and control the cash out, all right? They're slowing it, and it's perfect. Now, what comes next? That's the big question, right? And everybody is debating this, and it's great. I'm seeing lots of videos and lots of comments and stuff like that, and this is all great, right? But when Veve adds KYC and MTL at a staggered rollout, just like I said, it's going to prevent tons of a massive crash. So you're not going to get these dips, these crazy big overall market dips. And you're already seeing people go ahead and secure the grails now because people are realizing this. We're not going to get some big massive moment where everyone's able to cash out and then suddenly the market's going to go way down and all that kind of stuff. That's what I've been saying for a month. It's not going to happen, everybody. So what is going to happen? That's the big question right here, right? Big drops are coming. Okay, so Veve is setting you up for success, all right? This is what they're doing. Big drops are coming. So once you get KYC in here, which is know your customer, so then everybody's accounts are secure, and once you get MTL and they slowly roll it out where people are able to cash out, it's already coming, it's already here. People are going to be able to cash out just nice groups of them at a time. You won't get that crazy dip. And then you're going to get big drops, okay? Big drops are going to be added to this app once KYC is in place. There are companies that Veve is doing business with right now that are holding off and probably waiting for you to have your KYC so they know exactly who's on each account before they actually enter. And they've already said that they're going to drop massive stuff after MTL and KYC comes in, which are already coming. So we are going to see a massive surge in Veve coming. And I know people want to talk about the recession and stuff, but remember, this is a worldwide app, all right? And it's different in other countries, okay? So you gotta, when you say that stuff, everybody, when you talk about worldwide recessions, you gotta make sure that you remember, that this app is around the world and it's different in different areas. Economic conditions are different in different areas, right? So it's not like one blanket thing. But also you gotta remember that people who are here in this app, people like myself, we're being really smart with our money and we're not piling stuff in and we're working within our means. So right now, like I said, is the greatest time ever that you might ever have to buy in this app, right? And secure your stuff because big stuff is coming after they introduce KYC and after they slowly trickle out the cash outs, right? Because it's already been happening. So in summary, I just wanted to go over this in summary. And I really want to know what you think, right? So basically, Veve allowed off-app gem sales, okay? Right? They allowed it. They're controlling the steady cash out. So there is no crazy dip. There is no date. There is no week that you're going to see a big dip because it's already been happening. Like I've been saying for like a month, it's already been happening, right? And this is Veve's way of preventing everybody from cashing out all at the same time. Allow the off-app gem sales. Sure, the market went down because of it. We got low prices because of that exact reason, but they're controlling it, right? And then big money is going to be coming in with KYC and MTL. That is just what's going to be happening. It's already happening. People now with the news of KYC and cash out coming, it's already started to happen. These turns in the market, everybody, aren't the manipulations of one or two people. There are people who are literally now buying this stuff up because the floor was so cheap, and the off-app gem sales have dried up, so you're not going to get those discounts anymore. It's all connected, okay? So I want to know what you think about this video. Please let me know. Do you think that there's going to be a big dip? I think it's already, like I said, been happening. I've been saying it a lot, but I really do want to know what you think. But I think there's a big surge coming, and when we get some big stuff coming up here at the end, when we get some big drops coming, this app is just going to be nuts, everybody. And that's how I'm feeling about it. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video. Happy collecting.